I was sitting in class when the substitute teacher stuck her hand out and said, "Spit out your chewing gum." I wasn't chewing gum. I looked up from my notebook confused and told her I didn't have any. She moved closer to my desk, leaning down until her face was inches from mine. Her breath smelled like coffee and something metallic. "Yes, you do," she said quietly. "I can see it. Spit it out right now, Emma." The way she said my name felt wrong, like she'd been practicing it. I opened my mouth to show her it was empty, but she just smiled and walked back to the front of the classroom. That's when I noticed she hadn't introduced herself. Most substitutes write their name on the board and do the whole "I'm Mrs. whatever, your teacher is out sick" routine. She'd just walked in 15 minutes late and started teaching without saying a word about who she was. My friend Jessica passed me a note that said, "WTF is her problem?" and I shrugged, but something felt off about the entire situation. The substitute kept glancing at me every few minutes, like she was checking to make sure I was still there. During the lecture on World War II, she asked random students questions, but kept circling back to me. "Emma," she'd say, "what do you think about that? Emma, can you give us your thoughts?" It was excessive enough that other students started noticing. When she turned to write on the board, I saw Tyler mouth, "She's obsessed with you," and make a crazy gesture. 40 minutes into class, she announced we were doing group work and started assigning partners. But when she got to me, she said I'd be working alone at the back table because I needed space to focus. That didn't make any sense, because my grades were fine and I'd never needed special accommodations. I gathered my stuff and moved to the back corner like she said. The substitute followed me and crouched down beside my desk. "Your mom's name is Patricia, right?" she asked in a low voice. "And your dad is David. They work at the hospital downtown." My stomach dropped. How did she know that? Teachers have access to emergency contact forms, but why would a substitute memorize that information? And why bring it up randomly during class? I nodded slowly and she smiled again, that same practiced smile that didn't reach her eyes. "You have a little brother too," she continued. "Charlie, is it? He's in 4th grade. Now my hands were shaking. That information definitely wasn't on any school forms. Charlie went to the elementary school across town. There was no reason this woman should know his name or his grade. I asked her how she knew about Charlie, and her smile faded. She stood up quickly and said we needed to focus on our work. Then she walked back to the front of the room, but she kept watching me. Every time I looked up, her eyes were on me. During the last 20 minutes of class, her phone kept buzzing. She'd check it, glance at me, then type something back. This happened 4 times. I pulled out my own phone under my desk and texted my mom asking if everything was okay at home. She responded immediately saying everything was fine and asking why I was texting during class. The bell rang and everyone started packing up. The substitute called out that she'd see us tomorrow, which was weird because substitutes rarely came back for multiple days. As students filed out, she said my name again. "Emma, hang back for a second. I need to speak with you." Jessica gave me a concerned look, but I waved her on. The room emptied until it was just me and this woman who supposedly was filling in for Mrs. Patterson. She closed the classroom door. "I wanted to talk to you privately," she said, "because there's something important you should know about your father." My blood went cold. She moved toward me slowly, pulling something from her pocket, a photograph. She placed it face down on the desk between us. "Your parents have been lying to you, Emma. David isn't actually your father, and I can prove it." She flipped the photograph over, and what I saw made my breath catch in my throat, because the rest of the story is on my channel, or linked below.